The caregiving question of the day today is, can we make caregiving a team effort? And this one it's a doozy. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. My website is pameladwilson.com. On there, helpful information for caregivers and aging adults. In this video post, there is a link to a podcast from my radio show, The Caring Generation. It airs tonight on Wednesday. This podcast is talking about how to manage with difficult family members, which is the subject of this video today. A caregiver asked me, how do I manage when my siblings won't help and my family situation is difficult? The statistics show that caregivers, 60% are women, 40% are men. Men are catching up, still have a lot to go. But the issue is that women in caregiving roles are less likely to accept help from family or outside providers, or to even hire caregivers to come into the home. Male caregivers, on the other hand, are more likely to do that. So what do we think is the difference between male and female caregivers? And why are male caregivers more willing to accept help, more willing to hire help? Is there some type of fundamental difference between men and women that we are missing when it comes to caregiving? In caregiving, when there are families and brothers and sisters, siblings, do the siblings all get along in caring for mom or dad? In a lot of cases, the answer is no. I have many caregivers belaboring the fact that a brother or a sister will not help out. So let's look at the idea of teams and sports teams and how men are usually the participants in football and basketball. And not that women don't participate in sports, but I think the prevalence is that men are the guys that play team sports. So how do team sports work? Well, the guys, football, okay, go on the team, fight, win, lot at stake. But what happens after that game? Do the guys walk off one side and the other guys walk off the other side? No, they come to the middle, they shake hands, sometimes they hug. Many times they know each other from other football teams. And after that knockdown, drag-out battle, they go away and they're still friends. What does research say about women who play sports? Is it the same? It is not, much to our surprise. So when we look at caregiving as a team sport, can women and men play on the same team to be caregivers for elderly parents, to be caregivers for elderly loved ones? And if we think about team sports, how can we make this happen more often? The research also shows that it believes that men are more competitive than women. They fight to the end in sports, but yet afterwards they get along. And not only do they get along on a football field or a basketball court, but they get along in the workplace. Does this ability of men to fight to win, to negotiate, to go after what they want, how does that help them in life? And should women be more like that? The belief is that from the beginning of time, men may have had knockdown, drag-out battles, but they always got together because they had to fight to protect a neighborhood or a city or a county. So regardless of what they thought about as a result of winning or losing on a team, the men still came together to work together. Women traditionally are family caregivers. They raise children, take care of elderly parents, take care of a spouse. And so this makes women more isolated in a family and less likely to participate in larger groups where there might be more conflict. So the research also shows that women are more likely to hold grudges than men in family relationships and also in the workplace. So how do we as women become, in a sense, more like men when it comes to being a team player or when it comes to team sports? I know many women are out there saying, oh, what are you talking about? You're a female. But truly, we have to ask ourselves this question. How can we be better team players in family caregiving situations so we are not the only caregiver. So we don't feel like we have to control the situation. So we don't feel like we have to argue with brothers and sisters or tell them that they're not doing something. How do we as women bring people together in caregiving situations for the best of a spouse or elderly parents? How do we bring people together? That is a question I will let you all think about. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. On there, lots of helpful information for caregivers and lots of questions. Join me tonight for the Caring Generation radio show. Information is on my website, PamelaDWilson.com. Click on the media tab, scroll down 4, click on how to listen, and you can join me. Have a fabulous rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow in another video.